Are you with us? So here we are here with Matt Nice from Nice Ponds and
Yeah,
Arthur the dog.
yeah, got Arthur up here.
So where are you taking me now? Are you taking me on a pond tour?
Yeah, so just going around a pond tour, showcasing, selection of different projects that we've done. Yeah, a mixture of different features.
Talk to some of your clients?
Yeah, and just see what we're about.
And have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my it's my parents' house actually. So we've got a couple of display features in here. So yeah, we'll take you on through and
Should we go and have a look?
yeah, show you what's what.
Come and have a look at this. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, so we've got the ecosystem pond here first. A little bit different because with the slope we opted for the sort of negative edge. We've got a big reservoir down at the bottom, biofalls up at the top. Just sort of a goldfishy pond, sort of really. We have got a koi in here temporarily. That's been moved across to the new pond, but yeah, this is a sort of our typical sort of goldfish-sized pond. It's about 2.5. This is about 2.5, 3 foot deep. We tend to sort of usually go about 2 foot or so. I like the way you don't see where it ends. That's what I like with the negative edges. There's no sort of end to it. It's just going off into the rest of the garden. So no, I've had a few people saying, is it people actually coming around thinking it is just a natural spring coming through the garden.
And we've got a fountainscape.
Yeah, small stack slate in. We've got a couple of 1 watt lights on this as well that light up the top. So to be honest, I think this feature really looks its best at night, really. But
yeah,
it's just a nice, easy, low maintenance feature.
We got a pondless here.
Yeah.
So how long ago were these features put in?
So the pondless is getting on for about three years old now. So it's to be honest, probably actually one of the first pondlesses that I ever did. So that's been about 3 years. This pond's the actual pond area is about 3 meters by 2, which is quite a sort of typical size that we're doing. So it's helpful for people to be able to envision that. And then when we'd always talked about doing a stream going on just so that it looks like the skimmers and intake bays look natural, but ultimately they create a defined end to a pond. Whereas with this, it could just be going on forever, which is a concept that I really like. I guess I'd attempted to replicate aquascape as best I could, but without any of so it had you pump down at the bottom, and then a sort of box filter I'd tried to sort of hide in at the top. So it was a lot more maintenance, and everything was building up at the bottom, and I was always tinkering around with it. Whereas with this, my parents don't certainly touch it. If I'm ever around, might pick some bits out of it, but for them, they don't really touch any of these features. I'll just do a bits and bobs when I'm around.
And
It's fantastic.
I love the shed. Is that original feature of the house?
Yeah, Victorian shed, because it's well over turn of the century houses these. So it's got still got the outside toilet in the back as well. So it's a lovely little feature. It was the back shed where we until we got the garage. That's where I was originally working out of. I had all my gear in the back shed, and
so you used to cart all your stuff through.
Yeah, we took everything through here, stored everything. We had a little storage bit up at the top. Crammed it all in my VW Polo, and away we went.
Hello. So what I love about this garden is straight away, as soon as I walk down these steps, I just love how relaxing I feel. It's really crazy on how ponds and water features can change your mood. So what's the story with this one then, Matt?
Well, it was initially we were just called in to do a little repair. Actually, there was a pond just with paving edge. We've taken up quite a bit of this existing patio to do this. There was a little paved round pond, rectangular pond, little waterfall coming down there. So I think just over time the concrete had failed on the waterfall and there was a bit of a leak. So initially that's what we were just looking at, just repairing the waterfall. Then we started talking about the pond, and I'd sort of seen the space, and I said, and I could sort of envision what we could potentially do with the space. So Pauline actually came to have a look at some of our work on the displays and stuff, and like the idea of the the ecosystem approach. So we got onto that, and then there was also the small stack slate urn that we've got as well, caught Pauline's eye. So there was a bit of a raised, well, I call it a raised bed. It was just some paving slabs upright around some all overgrown with plants. So so we sort of talked about putting a stack slate urn in, but I think one of them just wouldn't quite have filled the space. So then we got on to doing the 3 urns and filling the space. And then we got Mike, who's a landscaper we work with on a regular basis. He did a fantastic job doing this curved wall around here that really just ties in nicely. Even little details like putting the same pebbles in and stuff into the wall and filling the gaps in with that. So where's your ball? Hey, go on. Then this is where the sort of original pond was, and then we've extended it back up to back out to here.
So what made you go for this sort of like design? Is it because of just filling the space?
We're a bit tight on space with the garden, but I think Pauline, the client, wanted to maximise the amount of space and stuff for the fish and things like that.
Yeah.
And I wanted as well to get it right back almost to that tree as well. I thought if it just pops up in the middle of the garden, it's not going to look right.
Skimmer on one side, biofalls on the other.
1,000 skimmer, 2,500 biofalls up at the top.
Yeah. So you had a pond before?
Yes, I had a little pond here with an enormous water lily in it. The water lily took up all the bottom, didn't it?
Yeah.
Matt came round to do the waterfall that was leaking, and look what I've ended up with. But it's stunning, absolutely stunning. I love it to bits. I love showing it off. All the neighbours are jealous. But it's great. It was very difficult to find somebody to come and repair the waterfall. I couldn't find anybody at all. Then I was asking around, nobody knew anybody, and so I decided to Google. And I thought, oh, there's one in Sheffield, nice ponds, I'll get in touch with them. No idea about the eco ponds, but they're absolutely brilliant. The water stays so clear, and you don't have to do anything.
The urns, Matt was saying you've not topped it up.
I've not touched those at all.
Yeah.
And they look brilliant with the fire on as well. These urns, you find yourself just watching them, and they are beautiful.
The urn area is just so different and really draws you in. And I think Pauline said herself that her favourite feature is the urns over. She obviously loves the pond, but the urns have definitely been. And I love all the big bits of wood in it, with the ferns growing out and the bits of stone and the water dribbling down there. So yeah, but no, there's a lot of features to like. But I think I'd probably have to say the urns. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put it in the comment section below. Which is your favourite? Is it the urns, or is it the pond?